The Senate will vote this week on whether to repeal the medevac laws as the government continues its negotiations with key crossbenchers. Sky News understands more than 20 refugees have been flown to Australia under the medevac laws, even though they were approved to go to the United States.
Let's go live now to our political reporter Trudy McIntosh, who's here at Parliament House with us. Trudy, the Finance Minister's confirmed this will be put to a vote this week.
That's right. The Matthias Cormann out this morning very adamant that they will be putting this controversial medevac repeal to the Senate this week, even though as it stands they currently don't have enough crossbench support to get it through. They clearly want to make a strong show this week and show one way or the other, get the Senate crossbench and Labor on the record when it comes to this piece of legislation.
We call on all senators to support our medevac repeal legislation. It will be put to a vote this week, in case you are wondering. I mean, there's been some inaccurate speculation that somehow we would only put this legislation forward under certain circumstances. We will most certainly put the medevac repeal legislation to a vote this week, and every individual senator has to make a decision whether they stand on the side of stronger national security or weaker national security.
The government's continuing to put the pressure on the crossbench publicly. We've seen these figures released today about the number of asylum seekers who have been coming to Australia via these medevac laws. At least 20 people who were accepted by the United States as part of that asylum seeker transfer deal have come to Australia under these laws. An additional 50 who were rejected by the United States have also come here. The implication from the government being today that they want the crossbenchers to understand that they believe third-party resettlement options are being hampered whilst these medevac laws are in place. But nonetheless, we still see negotiations behind the scenes when it comes to Jackie Lambie, but also interesting at the weekend to see that the Home Affairs Minister was clearly worried enough about One Nation that he picked up the phone and checked with Pauline Hanson.
I spoke to Peter Dutton personally yesterday. I have given him my guarantee that I will back it. He knows my word is my bond, and Peter Dutton's got no reason to question me otherwise.
And Trudy, the former crossbench Senator Nick Xenophon has a new post-politics career consulting for the company Huawei.
That's certainly right, Kieran. Nick Xenophon today revealed as a strategic consultant, or strategic consul it's being called in this media release, working for the Chinese telco Huawei. They say in a statement out today that he's going to provide strategic assistance when it comes to combating what they could call malicious attacks, according to their reputation. You'll recall that the Huawei was banned from being a part of Australia's 5G network under the Turnbull government, with security concerns cited as the reason why to block them. Concerns that Chinese intelligence operatives would be able to have a backdoor access into Australia's networks if 5G was allowed in. Here was the Trade Minister's reaction to Nick Xenophon's new job.
It's for Nick to explain the nature of his work. He has parliamentary colleagues still serving in this parliament, in the South Australian Parliament, so what they make of it, we'll see. But look, the government's policy in terms of clear protections for our critical infrastructure, including emerging technologies, are clearly developed. They're not applied, targeted at any one country or any one company.
And interesting to note today that Huawei is again pushing back at that 5G ban. They're warning that 1,500 local jobs could be at risk because of that ban, as they are forced to pare back their relationship with local contractors.